Hi everyone. Welcome to Corky's Tea Time. I don't know if you could see right behind that blossom right there. Right over there, there is a acorn squash forming. I thought I had planted zucchini, but no, it is acorn squash. We went through there yesterday and we weeded and we pulled out the extra leaves that grow underneath so that way you can have airflow and everything looks just fantastic. It just looks good. But the blossoms are coming along, both male and female. We're getting fruit and the plant is just growing like crazy, and hoping to get some pumpkins out of this deal come this fall, and we will see how that goes. Just enjoying gardening. It's something great to do, and you can see how it's just coming along, just moving right on down. I can't even begin to describe how long this is. You know, it's just fantastic, just great. Everything did great. Yeah, it all looks great, just fantastic. Look at that sun, the evening sun. Just love it. Just absolutely love it. Everything's doing great. The cherry tomatoes are doing great. And we should have some good things to munch on from the garden this year. It's a quiet day today. We really didn't do anything today. My husband asked me, what do I want to do for our anniversary? I said, how about if we just hang out at home? Oh, he had such a shocked look on his face. I'm kidding, of course. Of course I'm kidding. Then I have this big tray that I bought of marigolds right over here. And I still have so many more marigolds to plant. And I'm trying to figure out ways to, not ways to, but areas to plant them in. Because I don't want everything clustered in one area. I know I'll put some in with the tomato plants. And I'll put some in, there's a pot by the front porch, I should put some in there. But it's a nice, peaceful, quiet day today. And we have a flock of finches, orange-beak finches, that have been living around our house. I was watering the garden yesterday after we got done weeding everything and pulling out the extra leaves and branches. And these birds, these finches, came over and they sat on top of the flower pots. I'll show them to you right here. The ones hanging up. Yep, right there. They landed on there and they were watching me water the garden. So I thought to myself, could I do it? So I slowly moved the water over to where they were at and I was spraying them very gently. I had the hose set on the shower setting. They loved it, especially the one closest to me. He was just really fluffing up his feathers and he was taking it all in. The other birds were looking at him like, dude, you know? And it was just so funny and comical, and they were just happy to have that water on them. So I went over to the bird bath and washed it out and filled it up. So that was yesterday. I think I have those bugs that land on the squash plants now. They're real tiny, and I see in some of the garden groups they say just to scrape them off. They'll fall to the ground and other insects will eat them. I don't think that's going to work. I would rather just dispose of the entire leaf. And the bad thing about gardening is figuring out which critter is friend or foe. Speaking of critters, I had one who went through this garden when I had planted the seeds, and they took some of my seeds out of here, obviously, and they planted them in the pots I have up on my porch, because now I have these mysterious things growing up. I was like, oh no, I know what they did. They went in this garden bed, dug up seeds, went over to where I had other seeds planted and dug up those, but in the meantime, whatever they had in their mouth, they obviously put in the pot. It could have been raccoon, it could have been squirrel. When we very first started the garden, we could hear things at night, thumping around out here. One night, the air conditioner for our bedroom windows right by here, I tell you, I think something was trying to climb in during the night, because I heard all kinds of nails scratching and stuff. It scared me so bad. It was probably 1 o'clock in the morning I woke up screaming, because I was so scared. It never did it again. My husband thought maybe the air conditioner was breaking down, but no. It hasn't made a noise since, and I said no, something was trying to come in. One of the neighbors said that they had a possum come up through a heater vent in their house. That would have been terrifying. But our owl over there, he's got his head turned back to me. Right there. And his name is Useless, because he was a useless purchase. We were told how great these things were and how they will keep all these rats and rodents and mices and everything else away. The crows sit up on the roof and laugh at him. There is nothing useful about him other than for us to call him useless, and we just joke around with him. And to make it like he's doing something, sometimes my husband will move him around the yard. He's one of our pets. Wherever we go, we will take him with us. We won't leave him behind. He's so cute. And then I have a rose bush that I had planted here years ago. That doggone rose bush never did anything. It gave me 2 branches. That was it. And I had that sucker for years. Well, this year we've had all these branches from this rose bush growing up from the ground. And I was like, so instead of doing its work above ground, it was busy doing its work underground. I don't get that. I don't understand that. If you know things about rose bushes, would you let me know? Because I'm like, what the heck? We have so many branches from that. That rose bush put so many underground, and now they're all coming up. I'm like, we thought we dug them all up and put them in a pot, but I'm looking over here and I can see more branches coming up through the ground. And I see what y'all mean about mint. Man, oh man, that mint is surely spreading around in my garden and in the yard. A little bit over here, a couple of leaves over there, a twig over there. And I'm like, that mint really does get around. I didn't think it would, but it did. Well, it's a nice evening. We finally got to cool off and got a nice breeze. It's hotter in the house than it is outside. Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and go for now. Y'all take care. I'll talk to you again soon. All right. Bye.